What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the brand new PSA Guardsman. But before we do, we have to give a disclaimer. PSA did send this out, but we did put a lot of ammo through it. Because of that, we have to give a big thank you to the people that keep the channel going. First being TacPack. They're one of the biggest supporters of the channel. They're a monthly subscription service, and they send out all kinds of awesome stuff, like, you know, stocks and knives and all kinds of cool stuff.
Stickers.
I think we even, yeah, that grip came from TacPack. We incorporate their stuff all the time on our build. So big thank you to TacPack. If you want to go sign up, you get a free goodie bag with code Delp. Another big supporter of the channel is TrueShot. TrueShot is one of the ammo supporters here. We can't do it without them. So big thank you to TrueShot for keep the freedom seeds flowing. If you want to go check them out and use code Delp at checkout, you save you a little bit of moolah on a certain amount of purchases. Isn't that right, Sparky?
That's right.
And last but not least, we have to give a big thank you to Hold Up Displays. They keep our guns looking good, and they're super easy to install. When we decked out the gun room, we used Hold Up Displays, and we've honestly been super happy with it. Me and Sparky were able to knock out a whole entire wall in an afternoon.
It didn't fall down.
You know, that's a testament to how easy they are to install and how good they've worked so far for us. So big thank you to them. So if you want to go find all of those, you can head on over to basementoperator.com. You can also find awesome merch. Bam, we're doing some drops, so go sign up. And then we're also doing builds over at our website as well. You can go find out what is on all of this cool stuff. Just by heading over to basementoperator.com. Also, go join our Discord, awesome people over there, and follow us on Instagram to see what we're up to on the daily basis. Sparky, let's talk about this rifle. So this is the new Guardsman series. PSA is kind of lining this up as the new, like, kind of go-to type rifle from them. This comes in at about $600.
Just above budget. Just still in there.
Well, I would still
it's
say
in the budget.
Yeah. And if you buy piecemeal, you can get it for like $550, I think.
That's a hack, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You buy the upper and the lower, and you pop them together, and it saves you $50. So I mean, it's still pretty budget firearm, and you get a lot for it. The purpose of this review is not to go over the specs. You can find all the specs online. I'm not going to try to insult your intelligence. So Sparky, I think we talk a little bit about how we have this thing loaded out. The intent of this thing was to set it up as a kind of just simple home defense
GPR
rifle. I mean, most people are going to set their rifle up like this. We did a light out on the front. This is a Surefire. We have an Aeronox grip. Shout out TacPack. And then we have a Primary Arms GLX red dot. This is one of the dots we've been testing. Review will be coming at some point on this thing, but it just happened to be on this rifle for today. And then we have a sling mount, and then some paracord tied off here to clip onto the sling. And that's really all we've done, and some goon tape. Always gotta love some goon tape. But that's all we've really done to the rifle. It's a very basic setup and something that, you know, most people would do. So Sparky, why don't you start us out? What do you like about this Guardsman right here?
So you probably noticed the trigger right off the bat.
It is a little bit different.
It's a little bit different than your standard PSA. This is their flat bow, the Guardsman trigger. So it's a single stage, and so far I'm a big fan. It's got a real loud reset. But it's got real clean pull for a budget trigger. Very, very impressed. It's much nicer than your
standard mil specs. Yep. Yeah.
Very loud.
It is a very loud and it's a very audible reset,
and you feel it. It really kicks it forward.
Yeah.
And coming back from that, you got your ambi selector switches.
So the ambi selector switches, we've talked a little bit about this in the past. Is we're starting to, or at least me, I'm starting to become more
slowly coming around
to not lefties needing ambis. I use it a lot for various things, either manipulating it just with my trigger finger like that, coming off a gun for whatever reason. I will say, and you kind of mentioned it, this left side or right side safety is very flush. And I don't know, I agree with you. I agree with the fact that I don't know how I feel about it.
See, because most of them,
the main side,
your right-hand side of the rifle over here is typically just a shorter one, but it's just the same thickness, like a radian. But this one is much slimmer. So if you never use it, it's not gonna get in the way. But if you are trying to reach it, it's a little bit slimmer than maybe I would like it.
Yeah. So I
getting really picky.
I notice when my pointer finger clips it, I don't have a lot there to grab.
Don't you hate it?
Yep, I do hate it.
I know what she means now.
But other than that, it is a nice little feature, especially on a budget firearm. Another thing I like about the rifle is the rail system. So this is a full-length 15-inch rail. It has Picatinny across the top. It has M-LOK on the sides and the bottom. with vents going out. At the very end of it, Hunter, if you can see, it has M-LOK at some angled points here.
Great for lights.
This is great for lights and different maneuvering around. Maybe you have a peck or something up here. Having these gives you a little bit more options. And you see a lot of guns, they run at the full length.
Yeah.
Where this one, it has those
large circles.
Large circles for better cooling, which I'm a real big fan of.
Yeah, get some pretty good ventilation.
Get some pretty good ventilation.
I would maybe like to see like maybe 1 or 2 more.
Yeah,
here,
just bounce back just a little bit.
Because, example, a light like this, you're going like, unless you want the thing way out here, just run a suppressor, it's not the end of the world. But maybe 1 or 2 more would be nice. You can see it in some other, you know, rail systems. You'll see that. But I agree that they at least thought about giving you some, and the ventilation's nice. And going on with the rail, you got the anti-rotation.
The tabs are nice.
Yeah, which is nice. You don't see that. You're starting to see it more, but it's nice to see it on a more budget rifle.
Yep.
And it's just a sturdy feeling handguard.
And you have a nice little lock up here. You have your tension screws. And then another thing to talk about, kind of the upper, pinned gas block, which I thought was a different. I've seen more and more people do it. But once again, to find it on that $550 to $600 rifle is a nice addition. All right, so talking about another thing, barrel. This is a 16-inch barrel, 1 in 7 twist. We did an accuracy test on it. We shot it 5 different rounds, groups of 5. Hunter will pop it up. Sparky did it with the old average Joe accuracy, and it did fairly well. I would say this is a 1 to 2 MOA rifle. I think one of the groups did about 1 inch, and then most of them were about that ballpark.
Yeah.
It's what you'd come to expect, and it's just a really nice thing to see out of such a budget firearm.
Yes.
It's you know, PSA's setting a pretty good standard
for the money.
For the money. Now, if you will recall, the PSA Blim, that $470-some Blim, it was a very accurate firearm for the price point as well.
So PSA is trending in the right direction.
Yeah, PSA is definitely trending in the right direction. And coming back to that Blim rifle, kind of the stuff we've talked about is the upgrades that they've made to that rifle. And I would probably guess or venture to say that's what one of the price increases is for compared to something like that.
You're getting a slightly nicer. You're getting
a nicer rail. You're getting a nice trigger. You're getting ambi safety. Not to mention MOEPR. Magpul. So it has an M-LOK slot in the back. There you can put like a QD or something if you need to. This is just replacing the old Magpul stuff. There's nothing really special about these stocks.
I like how lightweight they are.
I like how lightweight they are, but they're just replacing the old ones, honestly. Yeah. So it is what it is. Nothing too crazy. Just one small thing you notice, it's got staking on the castle nut, which is really nice. But overall, I mean, it's a fairly decent little gun for the money. For $550 for the parted version, or a $600 complete rifle, I think that it is fairly decent options. You want to shoot it a little bit, Sparky?
I think we should quit talking and start shooting.
Before we do a little bit of shooting, we do got to give a big thank you to AAC, as they did send out some ammunition to review this with. So big thank you to them. We also got to give a big shout out to TA Targets. TA Targets supplied a lot of the metal targets down there, and we abused the ever living daylights out of them.
When you hit them.
When we actually hit them. So Sparky, will you be my beeper?
Sure.
Beep.
There it is.
All right, so things I immediately noticed with this. It does have a little bit more recoil to it compared to some higher end rifles. Maybe the gas system's not as...
Or weight.
Or weight. Weight could also be another thing. But it
Chipper
is...
buffer, tube spring, all that stuff.
Yeah. It is nice to shoot. It is easy to keep on target. It's also just a 5.56, so I mean, it's not like it's anything crazy. You give it a go. Let me know what you think. Beep.
She ain't sat in for 100.
Why'd
you run away?
You covered me.
They normally don't complain about that.
Oh, gosh. Ah, man. Well, what'd you think, Sparky?
Well, I like it. Like I said, it's, you know, it's your typical AR 5.56. As far as like it felt recoil, it felt like every other AR to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like compared to some of the higher end ones we've shot today,
we just got done filming a different review.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
But the noticeable recoil on that one.
But I do like the reset. I like the trigger reset. It's very crisp, easy break. So I'm a big fan of that upgrade. Like we were talking about earlier about the safety, it is noticeable. You know, just a little bit slimmer one. Mm-hmm. I would probably prefer the Radian, but
yeah, well, it's got a basic charging handle on it too, so we prefer. But overall, so let's talk about, Sparky, who this rifle is for. So I would probably put this as someone first rifle type person, or you know, maybe doesn't want to spend $350 on a rifle, because this does have some notable features higher up than your typical $400 rifle, with the ambi controls and the nicer rail system and the trigger and just a little bit stuff sprinkled in. So I think that this is definitely a starter rifle, without a doubt. Maybe somebody that shoots a few hundred rounds, maybe almost 1,000 rounds a year, keeps it up with it, cleans it. This is a decent rifle to maybe do coyote hunting with, or typical home defense.
Take it out and train with it.
Take it out and train with it. If you're looking for something to just get into the rifle or to the AR-15 world, this is definitely something that should be on the list.
Because sometimes when you buy like the cheaper or the cheapest rifle you can find, when you start getting into it and shooting it more, you start figuring out the stuff you're lacking. And this kind of right off the bat covers those bases.
Yeah.
So it's not, I wouldn't go as far as buy once, cry once kind of situation, but you're getting the nicer parts that you're probably going to change once you start shooting more. So it's nice that it already just comes with it, and it's for a good price too. Yeah. Like if I paying $600 for this, I would be happy with it.
So go comment down below what you think of the Guardsman. I know there's been a lot of stuff going on, and we'd just like to hear what you have to think about all of the cool stuff PSA is offering, because they're coming out with stuff left and right. So let us know if you like to keep seeing stuff. Like I mentioned, PSA did send this out, so big thank you to them. You know, we've had a relationship with PSA. You know, we've never held back from issues we've had on them. They send us the normal stuff. We've never got a cherry-picked rifle that we know of from them, because we've had issues. And when we find good rifles that we like, we hopefully will, you know, like to tell you about it.
Exactly.
So, go comment down below what you think. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram and go join the Discord. We'd love to have you over there. We'll see you guys on the next one. As always, take some outdoors. Peace.
Bye, Mom.
The sun getting hot.
Yeah. You just can't please them.
I know.
As soon as we got here, it's cold. Now it's hot. Golly Goldilocks over here.